would you say the American consumer is feeling right now, just in terms of what you're able to do, in terms of raising prices, maybe not having to offer discounts? What's it look like?
The way we are seeing right now is consumers, no matter where you are, they're looking for value. And we're looking to deliver that value in very different ways. So there are consumers who actually are able to think about how they get to the lower price per unit and price per serving. So those, we're actually looking to make sure we have the right products in the club type of environment. So we're actually increasing the number of products we have available in club, whether it's our meal club, whether it's our mac and cheese. Those are things that we have continued to make sure that we have available for them. There's also a number of consumers who actually are more managing the value from a cash flow of their family. And those consumers are making two choices. One, they're looking for more of a lower price point overall, and they're also making some choices on the type of grocery stores they go to. So we are making sure we have more availability of the dollar type of products, so that way we can make sure that they're accessible to our brands, but in a price point that allows them to manage their cash. And we're also increasing the number of SKUs we have in the dollar channel, for example.
Really?
So that way we are able to make sure that we are driving both of those consumers looking for value. The last thing I would say is, you talked about pricing power. Just the one thing, Becky, is that part of that too is making sure we continue to invest in our marketing so that no matter where consumers are shopping, they know that this is a brand worth paying for.
How do you do that? How do you create SKUs that are available in grocery stores that are maybe dollar stores or something, where if consumers are trying to trade down because they're trying to make sure that they save money, how do you do that without diluting the quality of your brands and people who want to buy them maybe in a higher end store? Do you break it down where you have different products? Do you break it down where you have different brands? No,
great question. We're doing a couple of different things. First of all, we're taking kind of the same quality products, so we're never going to compromise on the quality of our products, but we're going to deliver it in a packaging that is more accessible in terms of price point. So I give an example of Lunchables. We have a Lunchables that we sell in grocery store. We have a Lunchables now we actually sell with fruit in the front of the store, and we have a Lunchable that sells at $1 in a dollar channel too. So that idea of us being able to have different combination of packaging that allows us to get to the different price points, it is the way for us to make sure that we have access to those different types of channels without compromising on the great quality people expect from us.
Innovation in a lot of areas kind of fell by the wayside during the pandemic because everybody was so crazed with the supply chain issues, just trying to chase product, trying to make sure that they were able to get their existing products into store shelves and beyond that. That now it starts to feel like there is some more innovation that's kind of bubbling up again. Would you agree with that initial assessment first?
Well, what I would say is for us, I won't speak for the rest of the industry, but I will say for us, what we did during that time is actually invest time in getting to the right consumer insights. So by the time we launch innovations, they are innovations that actually have the legs and the sustainability over time. There was I think in the past, Kraft Heinz will have probably gone to do a bunch of small things that wouldn't last forever. Now we're making sure the things that we do launch, that are things that are sustainable. And I'll give you a couple of examples.
Sure.
I think that what we have done in food service, we just launched this year a new Heinz remix machine.
I've heard about
and
this. I haven't seen it. Yeah.
Well, it's a machine, just to give you this, if you think about a machine that you can go in and can select up to 200 different sauces, not 20,
What?
200 different sauces out of the same machine. And the beauty of that, Becky, is that then we actually get data from that machine that we put in food service in a way that allows us to understand what are consumers' favorite choices that then we can deploy into the retail environment as well.
All right, back it up. I don't even think I can think of 20. I got ketchup, I got mustard, I got relish, I got mayonnaise, I got sriracha, maybe ranch.
Well, think about combining those things. Think about thinking about what if I put a little mayonnaise with a little ketchup? What if I make that ketchup with a, habanero sauce? Those are the combinations you can get out of a sauce, out of a Heinz Remix machine.
Have you tried all 200 of those?
I have not tried all 200, but I'm sure there are people in R&D in our company that have.
So these are things that I would get if I'm out at the ball game or at a movie theater or something. That's going to be my option. Like I walk up in the soft drink, the Coke has that machine where you can get, I don't know, like 3,000 different flavors of soda that you can do it. This is going to be right next to it. Nacho sauce, that's
a
another
great
one.
inspiration. And for us, again, it's a good idea for us to get the data from them to understand what really consumers looking for.
The stock, last I looked today, was up by about 3.5%. But if you're looking for the year to date, Kraft Heinz shares down 18%. What is Wall Street missing?
I think there is some factors related to the food sector overall that I'm sure you know in terms of what the yield is, and right now. But at the same time, I'll tell you, if I think about what we're doing, I feel so confident about the road that we have ahead of us. Our strategy continues to work. We have made investments in our people. They are engaged. We have a clarity of strategy that is working, whether it's in our emerging markets and how we continue to drive that growth in our food service, our growth platforms. Those are things that are working, and I know already some of the guideposts suggest that, in fact, we are in the right track, whether that is today seeing our improvements in our volume, improvement in our share. So that way, as we go into 2024, you're only going to see a much better Kraft Heinz. The last thing I will say is, 4 years ago, we were also in a situation that our debt was probably not in the right place.
Right.
Today is 2.9 times. Mm-hmm. So that also it gives us a lot more flexibility as a company for us to invest back in the business.
Okay. Taylor Swift, how'd you convince her to partner up?
Listen, first of all, I love Tete. So I have...
You're a Swiftie?
I have, oh my Lord, please count me in. And I have 2 daughters in college, and in fact, we have gone to concert with her. But putting that aside for a second, what I'll tell you is that actually was the result of us investing back in our people and in our marketing. So over the last few years, in the last 3 years, we have invested to have 9 different creative agencies inside Kraft Heinz, 1 in North America and then 8 across the world. What it allows us to do is to move at a speed of culture that we haven't done before. So this example of when there was a TikTok trend of us talking around, the fact that she was eating ketchup and Simile Ranch, within 24 hours, we actually created a product. We were able to create maybe 4.5 billion impressions out of that. Then the 2 things that maybe some of your audience may not know is, 1, we actually were able to then sell give away about 100 bottles of the product first. That allows us to get all first-party data of consumer information that we can use to drive the personalization of our marketing. The second thing we did is we actually created a product specifically for one of our top retailers, so they can have an exclusive Heinz ketchup and Simile Ranch product in their stores. So within 19 days, we went from an image to having a product in stores, and that is the kind of speed in which the company is working right now.